All right, here we go. John Salley, welcome back to VladTV. I wish you were here under happier circumstances,
Yeah,
but unfortunately, there's a lot of sad events that are happening right now. The most important of which is you actually just lost your mother.
I lost my mom, Maisey, 96 years on the planet. Um, I kept her alive like an extra 15. She used to say to me, "How long you want me to live, John?" I said, "I just don't have time for a funeral." And so we did everything holistically. She did that with me. She moved out here and lived the life. Went back to Atlanta, 20 pounds lighter. No longer needed a stent. Told her doctor, I was out there with my son and all his weirdos poking at my body. And he said, keep your son away from my clients. But you're living in Atlanta, still you want to cook the fried chicken, because she had great fried chicken. She was good at frying. She was great at cooking. And the biscuits that people, even after the afterpass, the Black House, they were like, man, we wish there was some biscuits here. I was like, they can't. The lady's dead. Like, she can't wake up, make you ungrateful motherfucker. But it was cool. My brother Ron got to speak. My brother Jerry did a great job. I got to speak through some tears.
Well, you cried at the funeral.
Yeah, and I usually don't cry at stuff like that, but it was a trip. I looked out at everybody and it was like, do I have to remember names? So it was in between.
Yeah, my father passed a couple months ago, and me and you spoke around that time, and then you hit me about this news, and me and you spoke.
Yeah.
I sent some flowers to the
I
funeral.
appreciate it. The flowers were dope. Send you the picture back on.
Yeah, you did.
I said,
Thank you.
where's the Vlad flowers? They're like the big one over there in the corner.
I actually found a local florist, a local family-owned florist in Decatur, purposely,
Really?
and spoke to them about it and had them, make
That's
sure that I
dope.
personally had them send
That's
it over. I didn't
dope.
want to go through a 1-800-Flowers or whatever. I wanted someone from the
Well,
community.
you shouldn't say that, because they're great sponsors on YouTube. 1-800-Flowers. Trying to help you out here.
Oh man, sad. Very
Yeah.
sad losing a parent. It's something that's going to affect you long term. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
I'd like to say it doesn't, but it does.
Yeah, my brothers and I, we deal with death differently than a lot of people. We make a lot of comedy in it. So there was, besides my brother Ron, Jerry made some jokes, which were great. I made some jokes. And then when my father died, we were in the car, in the limo. And at the time, my sister-in-law, who was my brother Jerry, turned around and said, how could you guys sit back there and joke, and your father's in the car in front of us in a hearse? And my mother said, turn around. And she said, what? She said, turn around. That's how my boys deal with death. They laugh at it. And we were like, yeah, turn around. And we acted like she was a teacher. So I guess it's the comedy love I have, but I try to find the things that make me smile about the person.
Well, look, and this is something that we spoke about after you told me. Your mom lived to 96 years old.
Yeah.
She got to see her son live out his dreams and become an international superstar.
I appreciate that.
4 rings.
Yeah.
She lived to see her grandkids, probably from a bunch of her kids.
Great grandkid.
Great grandkids. She'd have to work until, she couldn't work anymore. She got to retire and be well taken care of through your own work.
62 years old.
At 62 years old. She wasn't the greeter at Walmart at 75 trying to pay her rent because Social Security is only $500 a month.
And your kid moved back in the house.
Your kid moved back in the house. Who could really ask for more, honestly? We should all be as lucky as your mother.
Yeah, I tell her all the time. I said, boy, you taught me a lot with my daughters. And she was like, oh, I couldn't raise girls. And I was like, yeah, I couldn't raise boys. It was like, I guess we did the same thing. And she always was not tough on them, but they all have their own memory of them. They all found out what it's like when you're in your own house and you don't have a bra on. My daughters, they always talk about that memory, which I said, that is the craziest thing. And as they got older, they said, the first thing I wanted to do was like, Grandma, take my bra off. And I was like, wow. Things that your kids said.
My condolences,
Yeah,
man.
man.
My
Yeah, man.
condolences to Mama
her.
Salley.